Yes, schools should require students to participate in resistance training and jogging. Regular exercise improves physical health by strengthening muscles and the cardiovascular system, which lower the risk of obesity and chronic disease. Exercise also supports mental well-being by reducing stress and improving focus so students learn better. With the proper supervision and intensity adjusted for each students, mandatory programs ensure everyone's benefits. Therefore, the activities should be part of the school curriculum. The announcement's proposals change school textbooks policy that relatives or friends can only visit the dormitory just only 3 days because some students disturbed by visitors. The man in the conversation doesn't like the idea. He knows some people don't like visitors that stayed too long, but the man told in the some moment his roommates brought brothers into dormitory and asked the man politely. After a long time stayed and they make a good relationship with the brothers of his friends. Secondly, the man said that one room of dormitory could be lived by two people if just lived by one person, it could be a wasting room. So so to sum it up, the man doesn't agree with the new school policy and think that the previous one rule is better. The lecture discusses the mating behavior of certain insects, specifically focusing on the hill-topping behavior. This behavior is exemplified by the Aigahana maraho butterflies, which display a location-specific mating preference, primarily mating at the towering mountains peaks about 500 meters. Male iguanas climb this hill not for relaxation or food, but because the increased mating chance serves as a strong driving force. Upon reaching the peaks, they engage in the intense territorial competition with other males. The lecturer notes that the iguanas are not unique in this behavior, as some males of the less are known tarantula hawk wasp also exhibits hill stopping, flying to the top hills to compete with other males. Similar to the butterflies, researchers have studied these wasps, examining the correlation between their size and hill elevation. Businesses establish social and economic connection with customers to generate growth in sales and foster loyalty. Social connections are built by designating human staff to address customers' inquiries, making customers feel more comfortable and establishing closer relationships that lead to increased loyalty, such as a woman purchasing a supplement after staff clarified her questions. Economic connection revolve around offering concrete belief benefits like discount or presenting similar products as gift, providing an incentive for customer to continue buying from the same company. Both approaches create a stronger bond with customers, ensuring they feel valued and encouraged to maintain their patronage. I prefer to work in the relaxed environment because it helps me stay focused and creative. When the atmosphere is calm, I can organize my thoughts better and complete tasks more efficiently. For example, during a school project, my team worked in a peaceful setting, and we finished our presentation early with a great result. In the contrast, when I feel too much pressure, I tend to rush and make a small mistakes or even a bigger mistake. So, a relaxed environment helps me do a higher quality work and stay motivated. The proposal discussed in the conversation concerns new plans for the gyms, specifically implying the addition of the new machines The man expresses his strong opposition to this proposal. He believes it's a waste of money, stating that he could think of better things to do with the money, and that new machines aren't going to make any difference. He supports his opinion with two main reasons. Firstly, he argues that the gym is not actually overcrowded. Despite many people being there, he never has to wait to use equipment like exercise bikes or weight machines. Secondly, he points out that the campus already offers a wide variety of exercise options, including various programs, a swimming pool, running path, and sports teams, indicating that the student already have plenty of choices to stay active in different ways. The example from the lectures clearly solves the law of diminishing returns. When more workers are added to a fixed amount of equipment or space, production increases at first because there are more people to help. But as more workers joins, the area becomes more crowded and tools have to be shared, making each worker less productive. This shows that after a certain point, adding more labor doesn't boost output as much and can even lower efficiency. The lecture explains well how procedural and object-oriented programming take different approaches to software design. Procedural programming focuses on writing step-by-step instructions or functions that handles data, while object or oriented programming centers around creating objects that hold both data and behavior. I think the main difference is that procedural programming is the more about actions, whereas object-oriented programming is about organizing everything around the things being acted on. Both styles have their strengths, and choosing between them really depends on what kinds of programs you're trying to build.